Okay. now there's new. Yeah, Glenn's wants to come in and okay, but all right, but I'm gonna throw it back after. Oh yeah.
He's bumming.
Close your eyes and use the bubble.
Yep.
Hi there, I'm Ted Merchant, and I'm the chairman of the board of directors of Vida, and we're having a party here at Los Angeles Live Steamers Railroad Museum. We'd like to take you on a little tour and talk to some of the guests we have here. Most of these people are friends of ours, some of them I don't know, so those we don't know, we'll introduce ourselves, and those we do, we'll introduce you to them. So let's wander on over here and visit our friends, the Cromrines, who are just sitting here minding their own business. Yeah, just about 60 years, but then again, we're not supposed to reveal anybody's age, so you didn't say that. And well, hi. How you doing?
This is wonderful. Yeah, we're having such a good time.
Good.
We've been on the train. We want to go.
There you go. You do? Well, good. Who's this young lady right there? Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse? Do you know who Tinkerbell is? You don't know who Tinkerbell is? Tinkerbell at Disneyland? I'll bet you see. You know Tinkerbell at Disneyland? Yeah. And we're going to introduce her to you.
Okay.
You thought you were going to be seeing somebody you knew, but you didn't think you were going to be meeting Tinkerbell. But she's here, and we'll introduce her to you. You want to do that? But we're going to do that later. But you and me, we're going to get caught up with each other. Okay? And this is my friend Scott Cromrine, who has been waiting for me to complete my own locomotive about, how old are you now?
Almost 40.
So he's been waiting for 38 years. But you did it. We won't let him down. Yeah, we did get it done. You did it. Well, thanks for coming. And we'll catch up.
Thanks for everything.
See you soon. Okay, well, now that we're loosening up a little bit here, we have all sorts of interesting folks. And this is Mr. Jim Spencer, who's a railroad guy from a long way back, as I recall, even his email address. reflects that.
Yes.
Yeah, that is, and Jim and I have known each other, or known of each other for about 65 years. Jim's dad was my dentist, and
Your dad was my doctor.
oh my God. Well, it's a family adventure. Yeah. Well, we're gonna just keep rolling on here, and welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you soon. And this is the family table. But the one person that is not a family member is Hunter Christian. And Hunter is the executive director at Vida.
I am the executive director.
How are we doing today?
This is fabulous, Ted. I'm so excited.
So am I. I'm excited too. I might not look excited. You never know. And but we're having a good time. How's Vida doing?
Vida is doing great. In fact, I was just giving everybody the wrap up here. I'll tell you what we have. We have 3 acres of land, and that's worth $3 million from the city of Poway. We have $500,000 also from the city of Poway, and about 2 weeks ago they granted us another $250,000 unanimously from the city council. We've raised $2.5 million, mostly here in LA, and I'd like to thank everybody here for doing that. 60% of our plans are done. Our architectural and site plans are done. We have all permits that are necessary. Environmental studies have been done. We have project vouchers, and we're ready to go, Ted. We are ready to go.
I'm ready.
We got to get the shovels in the ground.
And these folks are ready as well.
2018 is the year.
Okay, well we're gonna move right along. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted.
It's always a pleasure. We'll see you all later. Back again, and we're at the table with the Longos and Company. Hello. And Denise Longo helped start Vida with me back
2014, January 14, 2014 was our first coffee together.
She has a better memory than I do.
It's a 4-year anniversary.
Time has been going quickly, and her husband Blake Longo.
Delighted to be here. Proud of the organization.
And we're pleased to have you. In here we have Barbara.
Yes.
Who we're just always happy
and
to see.
I just love what you're doing.
Well,
yeah, here.
We love you, and it makes us all feel better. Yeah. And I'll bet you Gus Carrillo didn't think he was going to come here and get on video, but
wasn't expecting
welcome. How do you know about us here, Gus?
Through Barbara.
Yeah? Good?
Yeah, she invited us
Jacob's
down.
aunt and uncle and little cousins.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nice to be coming.
Well, welcome, and I hope you're having a good time.
Having a blast. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, let's see. Let's move a little bit further, and we're just moving on down the line here, and we're sitting here looking at people that I've seen before.
San Diego.
Yes, I know.
Laura, George.
Laura and George Imthern, as I recall. And I haven't, and this is AJ.
No.
Nick. AJ's over there, excuse me. Oh, I blew it. And I should know your name, but I don't. Holly. Okay. Hi, Holly. Well, welcome to Los Angeles Live Steamers. We're just kind of going, and this is the Hadachek family at the far end of the table. And the Hadacheks have been very helpful in terms of getting us oriented to San Diego County. And at any rate, hope you're having a good time.
Are you going to be driving the train?
You know, I would like to, but we're going to wait to get all the work done, and then maybe we'll see if I get a chance to. It's the guy that takes care of it for me. I have to ask his permission to drive my own train, but it is out, and we'll give it a try.
It's a great place.
You like it? Well, you recognize the streets and maybe even recognize the landscape?
I recognize it. The landscape.
Pardon me?
I tried to lift it. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, 4 of us carried it and put it on that tabletop.
Great job.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, let's roll around. I think we've done pretty well. Hi. Hello, everybody. You're probably thinking we have a program today. We don't. The main idea is that we want you to come here and enjoy yourself and celebrate the fact that we're here and this Vida project is really, it's the real thing. It's going to happen. And every now and again we like to play too. And so this is our afternoon to play. And we're very pleased to have you all here. I guess the only other thing that I would want to say is we just thank you all for the support that you've given us. It's tremendously meaningful. This project has become bigger than I thought it was ever going to be, and learning a tremendous amount, and your all's support has been just invaluable and incredibly encouraging. But thanks for coming here. I promised somebody that she was going to meet a VIP, and we do happen to have one here. Jay Leno turned us down, and Lionel Richie was out of town. But we do have Tinkerbell here, and somebody's motioning to me that I'm not doing something right.
Oh, they can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
There you go.
Oh, how we doing now? Okay, good. That's better. Yeah, where was I? We happen to have Tinkerbell from Disneyland here, and if she left the Disney barn, she should be here eating lunch with us. And her real name really isn't Tinkerbell, it's Margaret Carey. Is Margaret here, or did we lose Margaret? Margaret hasn't left the Disney barn. These Disney people are really obsessive about their barn. So, but when Tinkerbell gets here, we'll introduce her, at least to the Kremrine family. At any rate, the one person I would want to introduce that perhaps you've already met is our executive director, Hunter Christian, and Hunter has been on board now for about a year, and she's just taken this job and running with it, just doing a terrific job. And I'm going to let her bring you up to speed as to who we are and where we are and where we're going. Hunter Christian.
Okay, so tell me if you can hear me back there. John has me pointing the microphone towards my face a little. It's the first time with the microphone. Yes, my name's Hunter Christian. I'm the executive director. I'm also the mom to a 22-year-old autistic man, and I'm very passionate about this project. We, Villa de Vida, are in a very unique position at this moment, and we have a huge opportunity to affect change. As you know, we're attempting to provide affordable and supportive housing for our developmentally disabled community. Villa de Vida is going to be a one-of-a-kind place for a while, and then I hope we start a trend, someplace that every city or county can have in their municipality. Tuesday, January 2nd, that was just a few days ago, the Journal of American Medical Association published an article that pronounced autism rates had stabilized to 2.41%. Wow, we have some work to do. We also have some work to do for the rest of our community with Williams, epilepsy, and Downs. We want to empower our members by offering an independent way of life, defining them by what they can do. I am excited to be part of this movement, and I am super grateful to have this job. I want to give you a quick update. So some of you guys haven't heard anything about Villa de Vida since 2014, or maybe even 2015. But what we have now is 3 acres of land in Poway, which is a place a little bit further south than here, and it's valued at about $3 million. The city's given us $500,000 to start, and we went back and asked them again for a little bit more, so they unanimously agreed to give us another $250,000. Let me see here. We have $2.5 million from you folks in LA, and this is where this started. And thank you so much for your support. I feel like I know some of you guys because I've been corresponding with you all over the last year. And this celebration is for you. Thank you very much again. Good. There's so much here, I must get to it all. 60% of our site plans are done, both environmental plans and architectural plans. And you can see those around, and hopefully you've checked them out. That's a big deal in California. So 60% done with that stuff. And we have vouchers. I think you guys know we have vouchers. The entire project's been voucherized by the County of San Diego. So that's about $6 million. And just within the last month, they've extended those 15-year vouchers to 20 years. And so that gives us another $250,000, $300,000 on the front side to add to the pot. So when we go for our TCAC funding, which is going to happen in February again, that's just that much more support that we can demonstrate. Finally, my job now is to find the gap funding. We've identified about $4 million more that we need to come up with in order to get the $17 million from the state. So I'm busy writing grants. And one of the big ones that I've just finished writing is about $1.3 million to the County of San Diego. So we're asking everybody who knows anybody to talk us up big. We have a connection with Scott Peters, so we're going to get him to write a letter for us. We have connections, obviously, with the City Council in Poway. They're writing letters. We have Brian Mainshine, who's the assembly member in the 77th District there in Poway. But anybody that anybody else knows, please ask them to write a letter, to talk to their friends, etc. And actually, there's little notepads, sprinkled out here. If you have a name or a phone number that you want to write down and hand to me or to Denise, I'll be in contact with them. But you know what? We've gone so far, and we're so close. Anyway, and if you have any more questions, and if you want to get in contact with me, I'm very accessible, and I'll get right back to you. Thank you very much. Take it away, Ted.
And there you have the word from our sponsor. Thank you, Hunter. Somebody's got to run the show, and Hunter indeed has picked up the ball, and she's running the show and just doing a terrific job. It's a real pleasure to work with her, and at any rate, we're real lucky to have her, and so thank you. And I don't know where Tinkerbell went. I just ran off trying to find her, and I guess as I recall from, is she up here? She's floating around. Yeah, well, that seemed to be her life with Peter Pan as well, as I recall. He could never find her when he wanted her, but at any rate, she is here. I cross my heart. What's the last thing that I can say about Vida? One of the comments that I get from other people is, this has taken some time, and you guys have been doing this for 4 years now, and some people bring it to my attention to be doing it for 5 years. And one of the things I'm realizing is it takes time, and that's just all there is to it. You can't push it. And one of the realities is that it doesn't happen because 1 or 2 people get all excited and throw a bunch of money into the till and start a project like this. It just takes an enormous amount of money. It's a $25 million project, and you have to get people on your side. And I can tell you, in 2018, we do have the political clout and the public support to make this happen. And I wasn't able to tell you that a year ago, but I can tell you that now. And we're very excited. This is going to happen. And it's going to happen because people like you all helped us get it started. So thank you very much. We hope you're having a good afternoon. The chair of my fundraising committee told me that you cannot have a party without some kind of an appeal for funds, so that appeal is being made now. We're more than pleased to accept any of your supports, and I have to make this announcement because the people that really have already this afternoon stood up to offer me some financing is our visitors from Casa de Amet, San Juan Capistrano, and each of them just kind of dipped in and said, well, here, Ted, this is for you for the project, and it's very much appreciated. You know, these are just the dearest people in the world, and yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's a $1 or $100,000. You know, their dollar is worth as much as the largest contribution as far as we're concerned, and we really thank you for your enthusiasm for the project. That's all I have to say, and I know that we have engineers that I gave them a half an hour to eat lunch, so if you all want to spend another 10-15 minutes finishing yours, we're going to resume the train rides, and you're welcome to play here for as long as you'd like. There is no time that we close. It's just that at 3 p.m. we're going to stop considering you a guest, and we're going to consider you a volunteer, and you will be asked to help clean up. So thank you for being here, and have a fun afternoon. Thanks.
That's what Julie was saying. Did you see that? She was just like,
Here we are at the front door of Vida, and this is a model that is more conceptual in nature, but the footprint is will very accurately reflect the ultimate building. This is the front door. As we start moving around the building, this is the dining facility. This is the particular area is the kitchen with the dining room over here. As we continue to walk around, you can see some things about the landscape. This is Poway Creek running through the property, and the green is the end of a 100-year floodplain, so all of this needs to be respect the floodplain. This is one of the residential quarters that will, in the real building, will be attached to the rest of the building via a bridge that crosses the courtyard. More of the residential building here along Pomerado Road. There will be a gymnasium down in this corner with views out into a garden and out onto the intersection. These are classrooms and more residential quarters along Oak Knoll. In the center of the building is a courtyard, which is the current landscaping calls for a grove of citrus trees to be growing right in here. But that ought to make it rather exciting. And the front entryway is then open into the courtyard, as does the dining room. So all of this can be a very expansive open space. That's what we're hoping to provide the 53 developmentally challenged adults in San Diego County.